Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Fernando Carsa about Acapulco, which is dropping October 8th on Apple TV+. Thank you so much for doing this. Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here and to talk about the show. We're getting closer to that premiere date, so I can't wait. I'm so excited.
It's exciting for sure. I mean, we'll get into that and everything, but for you, kind of acting, storytelling, when did that start for you? When did you know that was something you wanted to do?
Well, I've always known that I wanted to be a performer. I'm very fortunate. My parents were they're former actors, so they were both actors. My dad was a painter. There was always art in my house. So since the age of 3, I've known that I wanted to be a performer. At the age of 7, I was introduced to musical theater, and that's when I was like, oh my God, I can also act. I should act. So I would say 7. I mean, really, when it comes to acting, I would say 7. Never thought I would do TV and film, to be completely honest with you, but hey, it's happening.
Oh, it is happening, and Acapulco is going to drop on Apple TV Plus. And you know, like it's tough sometimes to do these interviews because we have both we've both seen it, we're familiar with it, but we don't want to obviously go into like spoilers and stuff. But
Yes.
but it's such a feel good show. It's a fun show. It's a show I think we really need at a time like this.
Oh, without a doubt. We are, as a cast, we're also excited to, and also just everyone in the creative team, we're so excited to have created something that's going to make people feel good after the 18 months that we've had. We feel blessed for the opportunity. We're so stoked and excited.
And a huge thing too, what I love about this show is bilingual. There are some moments where it's in English, some moments that are in Spanish. Your character speaks Spanish and English in it.
Yeah.
What's it like kind of being part of a bilingual show like this specifically?
You know, it's really special, and I've done bilingual stuff before, but not in this way. You know,
Yeah.
I've done theater shows where like you say 1 or 2 words or one phrase in Spanish, but not an entire scene, and then you kind of move towards like another part of the hotel, and now you have to speak English, and there's a reason why. You know, it was very special because I just felt so seen. I mean, English and Spanish are such things. I mean, being bilingual, I guess, it's something that really represents me and something that I'm very proud of, to be completely honest with you. So the fact that I got to showcase that on a TV show, and in a way, even though we're speaking this different languages, you know, we get to showcase that at the end of the day, we're still similar, all human beings, you know, and a language doesn't really divide us, you know.
Oh, for sure.
So it's really exciting. I loved it.
I'll tell you what I really love. I personally love about Acapulco. We talked about it's like a family fun show. There's a lot happening in it. It just gets good vibes all around. What I really like about it is it's one of those shows, and we're in an amazing age of content right now, Fernando, where it's giving us a feel and a look into a world, which is, you know, the world of resort staff, people that work at like a resort, basically, that we're not necessarily used to. Like, we might not know much about, you know, what it's like about a staff working on a big resort in Acapulco. But we have shows like this that will show us like that. Shameless plug, Apple TV, Ted Lasso, same thing, right? We kind of are thrown into a world of a football team in the Premier League that we might not know that much about. Did you notice that as well, that you were excited to kind of be part of a show with an amazing cast and crew, but a show that's diving into a world that people aren't maybe that familiar with?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I guess that the most exciting part about telling the behind the scenes of what happened at Las Colinas and all the hotel employees, it's that it also gives us an opportunity to showcase, you know, the heart of the Latinx community and how hardworking they are.
Yep.
And what was really exciting about this too is that when we were filming the show, we were staying at the same hotel we were filming. We were living on set.
Oh, wow.
Because of COVID and stuff. And the actual real hotel employees from the hotel we were filming at, they were still working. So it was really interesting to portray these characters and actually get inspired by the treatment they were providing us with, you know, and get to see, you know, some of us took the time to like actually talk to the staff members at the hotel and get to know their stories a little bit to inspire us. And because at the end of the day, we do have this, I guess, quote unquote, responsibility of portraying these people in a positive light because they're incredibly hardworking and very kind, very giving, very loving. So we definitely wanted to make sure that was something that was portrayed through our performances.
you mentioned too, like it's funny because I haven't asked you yet about like what the show is about and everything, and I love how the way you answer that question, you kind of like threw that in there. You're right.
Yeah.
The staff of Los Colinas, like that was very well
Oh yeah.
done.
Yeah, that's the name of our beautiful resort in Acapulco.
Oh, you did a very good job there. So colorful, like very colorful, right? Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like they're gonna see it, really colorful.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, I mean, because what you see, we got to see the hotel being constructed. When we
Yeah.
got there, we had to get there a couple of weeks early to do makeup check, costume, all that stuff. So we got to see the hotel actually change and transform really quickly. And we were all shocked. We were like, oh my God, what is this world? What is oh my God, where did we step into? Because we knew, we all had kind of read the pilot at that point, but we didn't know the world yet. We weren't there yet. And it just gave us so much. We have an incredible designing team for costumes, arts, props, everything. We are the luckiest people in the world because they built this world.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Let's talk a little bit about your character. I enjoy your character a lot. A fun character, there for his friends. Might or might not sing from time to time. They'll have to find out by watching it. Just a fun character, kind of like a partner in crime a little bit to like the lead character. What's that like? What was that like diving into this character's role? This role, man.
Memo is, like you said, Maximo's best friend and number one supporter. He's a person that always decides to look for the silver lining and live in the moment.
Yep.
So he's constantly reminding his friend to like, you can do this, don't give up, And honestly, what was so exciting about it is that Memo allowed me to connect with my inner child, because I feel like the younger version of me he was so naive that he was so fearless. And I feel like that's what Memo ends up being in the show, And to an extent, he ends up making some wrong decisions because he's so naive and maybe he says yes too much to certain things.
Yeah, he's very nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We obviously talked about, the importance of like shows like Acapulco that are just kind of feel good shows, but I want to dive deep into it a little bit more, Fernando, with like takeaways. Like when people get to watch Acapulco on Apple TV Plus, what are you hoping they get out of it?
Oh, well, first of all, I hope they have a good time, and I really hope they laugh and they enjoy, and that their hearts feel fuzzy and excited. But I really hope they see themselves on screen. Our show, yes, it takes place in Mexico. Yes, our lead is a Mexican guy. We follow Mexicans and Latinx people and some people from the US. But it really is a universal story because our motives and our goals are relatable to a lot of people around the world, if not everybody.
Yep.
So I really hope people see themselves. This is, even though I do think this is a love letter to the Latinx community and the Hispanic community, I think it's a show for everybody, and we really hope people see themselves identified.
Absolutely. No, for sure. In terms of, making the show and like being on set with everyone, this is a question from time to time that I ask on my show, but I haven't asked it in a while. We're having a good time and everything, so I'm curious. There had to be some like pranks or something that happened on set that you got to share with me. Come on. There's something.
Honestly,
did someone prank you? Did you prank him? There had to be something.
Not at all. Actually, like, this is my TV debut, and everyone was so nice to me, trying to help me navigate this new world that I've never stepped into.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is TV and film. And the thing is, here's the thing. We are surrounded by a cast and a crew of purely professionals. Like, I don't even think, truly, I don't think we could have a what do you call it, like blooper reel, because everyone was so on top of their game.
Awesome.
And we knew that we had such small amount of time. However, the one person that did had a lot of mishaps was myself.
Well, you said it was your big first project, right?
Yeah. And I will say, like, it's not like I messed up my lines. It's not like I was, my work ethic was fine and I was doing what I was supposed to do. It was kind of things out of my control. So if I'm being honest, they were a few pens that ripped because I might have tripped. I might have broken a few props. And there was one time that we were filming in front of 50 extras, and I had to
You don't have to say any of that. I'm just asking about the relationship. You're exposing all these things that you're...
I'm saying, if there was Like if someone went through things and said it was me,
That
and it was my own fault.
that took such a big turn. Hey Fernando, were there any pranks with the cast members on set? No, but I broke things on set.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it was all my fault, I guess. Like, everything
I
that happened
appreciate
was
your honesty and openness, but that took a turn. I'm just asking, like, no, because some people, like, the reason I asked that question is because you're with them all the time, right? Like when you're filming it. So there's gonna be, and there's sometimes there's long days on set, so there's gonna be some goofiness. So I was just like wondering if something maybe happened at craft services or like someone did something.
No.
No, I just broke.
I just had my pants fall in front of 50 extras by accident. That's all that happened, really.
That's great.
I guess you just wanted a story, so I'm like, I have really good ones.
Absolutely. It just, so is it safe to say though that, because like the mindset, like when you're filming it and then offset, it's like different sometimes and everything. You talk about like a professional set, but what was it like kind of working, like you said it was professional, right? But like it must have, like, what was it like working with this cast? Like, did you become friends with a lot of people? Like, talk a little bit about that quickly.
Well, I feel like what a lot of people don't know is that we were all living under the same building, like in a bubble because of quarantine. So we were really living with each other 24/7 and working together. So like I said, I've been blessed with this cast. I'm not gonna lie. Like they guided me so much. They took so much care of me. We kind of only had each other because no one came in or out of our bubble. We only had each other. So we really bonded and we really came together and we pushed through and you know, it wasn't easy all the time. You know, it was COVID times. You know, there were a lot of things happening in our personal lives, but it was so nice to have each other there all the time. We have an incredibly supportive cast and we all love each other so much.
That's amazing to hear. And I can't wait for everyone to see this show. Seriously, it's going to be awesome. Fernando, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. I really enjoyed chatting with you.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
So Apple TV Plus, October 8th. And I believe it's going to be dropping like every week, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be dropping on a weekly basis, so you have to keep up. We want to keep you on your toes because it's a really exciting show. Yeah. But it's going to be worth it, I promise.
Absolutely. And where can people follow you on social media to keep up to date with everything?
So I'm mostly on Instagram. I mean, I do have Twitter and TikTok, but I don't really use them. But Fernando Carsa on Instagram, call me Carsa on Twitter, and Fernando_Carsa on TikTok.
Amazing. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. You're going to be able to catch Fernando Carsa in Acapulco, dropping on Apple TV Plus October 8th. Until next time, this is Fernando and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.